And we should be just about live. Where is my... missing a camera here. Interesting. Why is that not? Why don't you see my USB camera anymore? Interesting. Where's my camera? Oh my. $1.200. Let's try that. Use Wi-Fi IP. Okay. Why is this not working anymore? There we go. So if that works, can I... Nope. That'll do. Alright, sorry about that, folks. Bit of a technical difficulty there. But I am a stickler for the setup. So we've got everything working here and we are ready to get started. Welcome to another live stream repair. We're going to just knock out this one HomePod that showed up yesterday. We had two more that showed up today that I'm not going to have time to get to. We're going to save those for tomorrow. But anyways, this one's from Robert. Robert sent it in saying that it's dead, no power, doesn't light up. Let's get their name up on the screen. We already let them know, and we'll get started. Cheers. Ooh, excuse me. Been a minute since I had a Corona. Who opened what? Back sliding door was opened. Alright, I love to see it. They wrapped up the power cable and disconnected it for us, so we won't need to worry about that. Here is the HomePod. I can see, interesting, a bit of a gap here. I don't see any mention of any prior repair attempts or physical damage, so I'm not sure why that is like that, especially since they shipped it fairly well packed, so that's not shipping damage either. Has someone been in here? Oh, someone's been in here. How far did they go? That's the question. Let's get that top camera up close and focused. Loves to dance around, doesn't it? Alright, actually, before we go any further, I don't hear anything loose inside, so I'm comfortable with plugging this in just to check the symptoms. We've got a known good power cable here, and our kilowatt meter over here in the bottom left of the screen. That'll tell us the power draw and give us a good guess as to what is causing there no power. Alright, so certainly no signs of life whatsoever there, and about 4 to 6 watts of power draw according to the kilowatt. So this looks like the common no power issue caused by the failed diode on the amplifier. If it was 0 watts of power draw, it would be a blown fuse in the power supply. If it was 1 to 2 watts of power draw, it would be most likely a short on the logic board. But 3 to, let's say 7 to 10 watts of power draw, that's going to be that diode that you usually see us fix here on the channel. Looking around the top here, I'm just trying to see if they tried to, or if anybody had tried to take this display off before. And if they did, I don't see any obvious signs. So that might have been as far as whoever had this last got. And like honestly, they did a pretty good job taking the top panel off. They didn't really scratch it up like bad enough to notice any of it. Cleaner than I've done a few times, if I do say so myself. So I wonder why they got this far seemingly pretty well and then stopped. Oh, let me let the Discord know we're streaming too, because why not? Assuming I'm still signed in. If I'm not, I'm not going to bother. I am. HomePod. Alright. The nerds have been notified. It's gonna be a quick one, but we're not in a rush. We can take our time. Excuse you. Nope. don't even know why I bother. This thing's coming right up. Look at that. No pry necessary. Easy peasy. Subwoofer looks healthy. No concerns there. Oh, come on now. There we go. Get rid of that, completely unnecessary. Uh-oh, don't tell me. I don't want to fight it. That screw does not want to come out. So here's what we do. We work it back and forth a bunch. And there we go. We just narrowly avoided a broken screw extraction. And, oh, almost. I think I missed one somewhere. I felt resistance. There we go. Now we're free. So with that, we move on to diagnosis, where we get up close and see a pretty roasted Schottky barrier diode here with a date code of 1748K. So I think I think we all know what to expect. Yep, that's another dead diode. So let's get that replaced. Let's get our heat on. dead diode be gone. All right. Alright, we glossed over that repair step there, but we've already got that done, so now let's check and see if it's good to go. Not first before we let this cool down really quick. That should do it. We'll put some test parts on here that'll allow us to check to see that this amp doesn't have any other issues, and then we'll put this all the way back together. All right. Eyes on the meter here. We want to see less than 50 millivolts of offset, assuming this powers on without an issue. Excuse you. Here we go. And of course, we've got power. So it appears that our power issue is resolved. We'll wait for it to boot up, play the setup tone, check its offset, make sure it's all good to go. Beautiful bass. We've got about 30 millivolts of offset, which is okay. Yeah, and it's not growing too fast. That looks okay to me. No sense fiddling with it when it's working all right. Well, that logic doesn't always apply, but in this case, we don't want to mess with those filters if they're still working fine. It's not going to improve anything. But if we are mistaken, if we send this back to them and within our given warranty period that we give all repairs, if it starts having issues again, we'll be more than happy to take it back and replace those filters for them. But they look good to me. Yeah, here we go, reassembly. Let's get back up close on top there. Mike, what up? What is up? I hope you've had a chance to watch some of the pace videos on soldering. Personally, for me, those videos were really the oh moment for soldering. Like that moment was when my soldering skills went from it works to this is a quality job. This is like I'm sure this is gonna hold up and last, and no ugly cold joints, you know. Learning how soldering creates it actually creates a new alloy to bond things together. It's not just like physically holding things that happen to be conductive together with more conductive material to complete a circuit. It's actually creating like a whole new alloy when you solder. I just thought that was really cool, if anything. Like even if you're never gonna solder yourself, I would highly encourage you go check out. There's a YouTube channel that has all of the really old, like pace training videos on like basics to soldering, and very, very good stuff. They give you really good explanations and diagrams to help anyone understand how soldering works. Who's that? She was never asleep.
She was, and then she woke up.
She was just faking. She was faking it so I would go away.
No. Well, you're gonna hang out with Mom now. I got you, little baby.
All right, time to drop the base. Make sure that gasket's lined up. It's not imperative, but there is a flat spot on the top there that lines up with the ribbon cable here. How did I mess up that? I messed up the star pattern there at some point. Today's theme is not critical. Nice, nice. Time to re-enter the logic board. Scoot up that mesh, dress it up. Oh, this one's being stubborn. There we go. Or not. There we go. Goodness. Let's wrap this up. Oh man, look at that. You can see exactly what I'm doing there now. I love these new angles. You're excused. You little booger. There we go. Beautiful. We're all out of screws, so we're just about done. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Mike. Have a good one. All right, the final piece. No special tricks here, we're just doing it by eye. That was not the HomePod, I promise. That was my plastic chair mat. It's got a crack in the middle of it every time I step on it. It makes some fun sounds. Okay. What have we got? Power
I'm having trouble.
Beautiful.
I'm having trouble.
Excellent. Folks, this pod is working wonderfully. We'll leave it plugged into power overnight just to be sure. But that's all we're going to get fixed up here today. If you have any questions about HomePod repairs, how to do it yourself, what parts you need, or sending it in to be fixed up here on the channel, check out my website, nixfix.com, at the bottom right there, where I've got dedicated sections for pretty much anything you may be looking for your HomePod. In any case, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch